Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 221 of the Seal Podcast. As you can tell, I am not Fraser. That might give you a clue as who's here and who's not. It is me, Neil, and joining me tonight is Dave.
Hello.
How are we?
I am very well, thank you. How about
Jolly
yourself?
good. Okay, I've had a couple of beers, which is, normal. But I did also
Standard Friday night.
fall asleep about an hour ago for about half an hour, so there we go. It's one of those days.
I got some people over, so I've had
Oh,
to
have you?
entertain the last, since about 6. So
Are they still there
yeah.
now, are they?
They are. They're
Oh,
retiring
dear.
to the other room. I've put a fire on for them, and
A
the
fire?
daughter's a fire. Because it's still a bit cold. But also it's nice to snuggle up to a nice fire. And
Not
the
too close,
daughters.
obviously.
No, no. But the daughters chose hang on, 10 Things I Hate About You is the film for them to watch.
Okay, I heard of it. I do not think I have watched it.
Have
Sounds
you
a bit
not?
like a mushy.
Yeah, it's got that guy.
Dare I say a
died.
chick flick?
Yes, it's got. What's his name? Hang on. God's sake,
Okay.
I can't think of the bloke's name. It's adapted from The Taming of the Shrew.
Oh, okay. That's got some props.
Not Heath. Is it Heath Ledger?
Well, I guess we won't
It
be
is
getting a
Heath
sequel.
Ledger. It is Heath Ledger. Yeah. Heath Ledger's in it. So yeah.
Okay.
But
well,
I didn't know it was adapted from that until
no.
I was informed, and then
It's Shakespeare. Is that right?
looked it up.
I'm not going mad.
It is.
That is Shakespeare.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. William Shakespeare is a co-writer on the film, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder how he feels
So-
about it. I'd like to get his opinions.
Yeah. I remember I saw it, and I think I saw it with a wife.
Yeah.
And it was like.
Okay. No comment.
But yeah, so they've put it on, or they're putting it on. So.
So we've got about an hour and a half to fill, have we, to get you away from that?
Well, we could have a watch together of.
No. I'm good. Right then, we have got a question, but it is customary to go through the football to start with. So that's what we're going to do.
Yep, sounds
Yeah,
good. I looked at my points and I actually thought,
Did you cry?
wow, I've done fantastic this week. And then I looked at everybody else's and I was like, oh,
yes,
it's not that good.
You needed a lot of points this week. It was a good week for a lot of people, and we will show you now if you're watching. Right, so I've just covered up my blurb with another window. That was clever. We've got. I'm not going to go through all the fixtures because we had a double. A lot of people played twice, so there's a lot of fixtures to go through. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let you know that after all of the fixtures were played, the player of the week, the man you needed to have in your team, well, you don't need to, but you wanted to have in your team, was Jean-Philippe Mateta of Crystal Palace. He got 29 points last week. He had a double game week, so he got 4 goals and 1 assist and 6 bonus points across the 2 games. So he had a couple of good games. He's been in good form lately as well. They got a new manager, and he's had a new lease of life since Oliver Glasner has joined the Palace, and I don't know, maybe it'll continue. Maybe they've got an injury to a key player tomorrow. That means they're not going to do so well. Who knows? But yeah, there was a lot of teams in our league that got over 100 points last week. I think it was 13 teams got over 100 points.
Okay.
You needed a lot of points last week.
Yeah.
The biggest scorer of all of those was Gary De Felice. He played his free hit. He got 135 points. He had the aforementioned Jean-Philippe Mateta in his team. And I don't think anyone who had Mateta captained him, but that would have been an amazing move if he did. And Gary captained Mo Salah. He also had 2 fixtures, but basically did jack shit in those 2 fixtures and got about 6 points, I think, total. as captain. Like he didn't play in the first game or something. I can't remember. Anyway, he did shit basically. If you had Salah as your captain. My wife Lou was the second highest scorer last week with 126. She had Mateta, but didn't captain him obviously. And then Mike Redmond came in third top score at 122. I'm not sure he had Mateta. He didn't have Mateta, but he had Ben White, who was the highest scoring defender in the week because he had 2 fixtures, 2 clean sheets, got 26 points.
I had him in my team.
That was all of your points, was it?
Pretty much, yeah. Definitely propping up my team in that corner,
yeah. And then what was I going to say? I think he had Phil Foden on the Wednesday night. That he did. He got 2 goals. They only had 1 fixture, Man City, but he got 2 goals and loads of points. Basically, got 14 points. Oh, and he had Kyle Walker. I think it was Kyle Walker, who's basically done nothing all season in terms of getting extra points. He had a clean sheet and 2 assists last night, so he got loads of points. 14. So what that's done to our league, if you're watching, you can see, is Adam, my son, got 100 points on the week. He took a hit of -4, so 96 technically, but he's maintained his lead at the top. And what I've noticed is you can't see the total scores on their website, but he's got 2,148 points. And Angelo is still in second, who has 2,083 points. He got 89 points last week, and my wife has moved up to third with her 126, 2,014 points. I think it was Christian in third last week who's had a bit of a wobble. He only got 67 last week, and he's gone down 3 places to 6th.
67?
He's still on 2001. Well, how did you get on last week, Dave?
I got 83 last week.
Oof, yeah, so Christian had a right stinker.
Yeah.
More to come on that, I guess, in a little bit, because we've got head-to-head league. I'm just going to briefly move away from that screen, see if this works on the other screen. Yeah, so the head-to-head, my son actually lost a game.
No.
Yes.
That can't be right.
Oh, I'm not fucking signed in, so it's all right. Well, I can't get the league up. So where were we? Yeah. Anyway.
So do you want me to do the rundown?
Well, I got the top 3, so I write the top 3
okay,
down there.
Okay.
And I've got the head-to-head fixtures. So we had Fraser Moores 69, Adam 80.
Very nice.
Hang on a minute, that's not right. That's the wrong league. No, sorry. That's the wrong week. I haven't got the fucking. That's last week's. I forgot
week
to update
8,
those.
34.
Yeah, because Adam lost last week. He was he playing?
Gary De Felici.
Was he?
He played this week.
Yeah, so no one wanted to play Gary this week. But anyway, I've messed up and not recorded the fixtures. But I do have the top 3 as Adam on 70 points, Mike Redmond up to second in 58 points, and Christian in third in that league on 57. Is that correct? I think that's correct.
No.
Because no. Oh no! Mike Redmond's on 61 points now. He's only 9 points.
Gary De Felici went up to third, 58 points.
Right, yeah, that's right. Man, I messed up. I updated the cup fixtures and forgot to update all the other shit because we had the cup last week.
Yeah, so Gary's in third, and then Lou is fourth. Christian went down to fifth, and Fraser went down to sixth, all on 57.
I remember I won my fixture.
You did. Against me.
Was it you?
It was, yeah.
Oh yeah. It was the cup. I was looking at someone else. Yeah, so I think Adam can still lose the title technically in the head-to-head league. If he loses every game from now on, then Mike Redmond can get ahead.
It's still technically possible.
Yeah, I mean, it could get a bit closer by the end. Depends how many minus points he's taken. I'm not sure who he's got this week, and whether that's a likelihood of winning or losing there. But you never really know until the games kick off. We've got a couple of doubles coming up. We've got Chelsea and Spurs definitely got 2 games. Obviously, they're playing each other, and Chelsea are playing Arsenal, and Spurs are playing somebody else. I can't remember right now. It might be Aston Villa. Or is it Chelsea? No, Chelsea playing Aston Villa and Spurs playing Arsenal and Chelsea. So, yeah, could be interesting. Yeah, it's been a bit of a disaster, this roundup. Fucking not got all the wrong fucking figures. So I have got. Well, I did actually post in and spend most of my time fanning about whether the cup started last week in the league. So I have the results of the cup. Obviously, Tim Kelly went through. He got a bye. And then we had my daughter Naomi, 51. Christian Barkley, 67. So Christian's through to the next round of the cup. Nathan, 81. Adam, 96. So Adam went through. Sam Hockley, 78. Luciano, 87. Jake Fisher, 62. Me, 106. Pilch Reed, 98. Phil Taylor, 90. Mark Allport, 117. Andy Cox, 73. Lewis, 66. Joel Reeves, 83. Lewis is out. Chris Jackson, 107. Elusive Man, 110. That's pretty close, but Elusive Man takes it.
Yeah.
Well, I went to extra time in that one. David Kinsit, 70. Paul Davies, 113. Maybe he'll win the cup this year.
Kinsit. Kinsit's out.
Yeah. Gary obviously went through 135. Tim Bradstock, 73. Angelo, 89. Anthony Clark, 63. Lou Isaac, 126. Dectay, 64. Dave, 83. Mike Redmond, 122. Another close one here. Matt Arnold, 107. Fraser Moores, 105. So Fraser's out of the cup.
I wish Fraser's out. I really picked him on that one.
Yeah. And then Chipper Spice, 101. Who's this? Beautiful Spurs, 29. I think they may have given up.
Hang on, am I in front of them in the league? Probably not.
No, I don't think you are.
No.
Somewhat worryingly.
No.
No, they obviously had some good weeks before they stopped bothering.
Yeah, there are quite a
few players. You're not second
out.
from bottom, Dave. No, it's good.
I know. I'm not I am not at the bottom. So you know.
You could just get your daughter to join, get a team to join, just to go up the league effectively by adding more teams to it.
I'm definitely. I think I'm just sort of staying 29th now. There's no pulling back.
But it doesn't. Yeah, it's difficult to catch up the gap that's there. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But you never know. You never know. Someone, maybe a couple of other teams give up, then you'll start going up the league a bit.
Maybe.
So yeah, as I said, going forward, we've got a couple of double game weeks this week, and then there's some more double game weeks in 37. Chelsea, I've got another double game week coming up, and Newcastle for sure in 37. I think maybe Liverpool. I might be lying there. I'm sure someone else has got a double in 37, because everything obviously everyone has to have one game in week 38, which is the last week of the season.
Right. Oh, okay.
And that all games will be played at the same time.
How it works.
Yeah, all games will be played at the same time on the Sunday of week 38, 4 o'clock maybe, of whatever the date is. I can't remember. But yeah, so opportunities to get some extra points in if you get the right teams in, because they'll have more games. But they've got to deliver at the end of the day, and some of them, naming no names, Nicholas Jackson, Darwin Núñez, Mo Salah, had loads of fixtures, didn't get any fucking points, or not many, not enough. So there we go. I don't know how I knew about those ones in particular. Maybe I had them in my team and was really frustrated at all of the chances that Darwin Núñez was missing. Again. While the stalwart Ollie Watkins just gets points, even in just the single game weeks. Anyway,
that's like it's just random gambling. There's no guarantee. You can make educated guesses.
Yes,
but there's no guaranteed on anything.
Nope. Players that you've relied on over the years, like Mo Salah's just not been on it. I don't think he's a lot of money, and he's had glimpses, but he's not really the dominating force that he was before his injury in the January. So we shall see. Maybe I'll have a blinder this week when everyone takes him out of their team because he's been poo for 2 weeks. But yeah, I think that's the football done. So that's that for the time being.
When's the cut off for next week?
There's an early game tomorrow, so it'll be an 11 o'clock a.m. BST on Saturday. There'll
Saturday. Saturday 27th at 11 a.m.
Yeah, Liverpool have got the half 12 game. They love the half 12 kickoffs. Liverpool. They never
So
complain
I've still
about them.
got Haaland on my team. Shall I?
Yeah, well, I think he's going to be back this weekend.
Right. It's got
'Cause he missed-
75% on here. I've got
Yeah.
a few players that are defos.
Well, they won the other night without him, but they all this is all they've got left. So if he's anywhere near fit, he'll be playing, I should think, because they've got no. Oh, well, they have got the FA Cup final, but that's a while away yet. So they need to win. They want to win the league. They probably want their best 11 out as much as possible. So I suspect if he's fit, he'll be playing. But you never know. This is Man City after.
So City are in
they're second at the moment, I think, because they've still got a game in hand. If they win their game in hand, then they're top by 2 points. I think I can't remember. I've watched a lot of football lately. It's all got a bit of a blur.
Got Lutz tomorrow, haven't you?
Yeah, well, we got battered last week. I don't want to. I've not mentioned Luton because we got absolutely smashed last week, and I had
that's why I thought I'd mention it.
Had a bit of a sulk, thinking that's us done. But then Forest lost, and they had an even bigger fucking sulk on Sunday. But there we go. I think anyone who's into the football probably heard all about that last week. But yeah, there was a big Twitter drama.
Twitter drama?
Yes. Well, it was a big drama. Kicked off on Twitter by Nottingham Forest after the Everton game, which they lost 2-0. Which means Everton, after beating Liverpool in midweek as well, probably safe.
I was going to say, isn't there something about they might be getting their points back, Forest? Or they're appealing to get their points back?
Well, they've appealed, and I don't. We're going to hear that before the end of the season, apparently. The appeals are all going to be heard before the end of the season, so by the end of the season, we should actually know what the fuck is going on. But who knows? And I did read earlier today that apparently Manchester City are going to have have their hearing about their 115 charges or whatever that they've got pending soon. I was like, yeah, I've heard that before. So now I don't know what the definition of is soon.
Soon could mean like in the next 3 years.
Yes. It's taken them fucking 12 years or whatever to get this far.
So, is it really?
Oh, it's been going on for years, this bullshit.
Right.
I don't know if it's 12 years. It's quite a long time. Anyway. Yeah, so Luton might not be completely out of it yet, but getting an absolute thumping last week at home was not good. But you never know. Might beat Wolves tomorrow. Who knows? I doubt it.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd always hope, but it's the hope that kills you. So I try not to hope too much.
If they get back down, it was a wild ride while they went into the Prem. Yeah, they'll just yo-yo for the next 10 years.
We've got more chance of getting back up, having been there already, I guess. It tends to go be the way. If you don't spend all of your fucking money, then you might get back up. But if you spend way too much money while you're there, you basically fuck your entire club for the next 10 years or whatever. So anyway, that'll do. No football. Enough football. I think I'll start crying. So we'll be moving on to our listener stuff. We have a question from MintSafe.
Okay.
The question is, with the Fallout TV show being a big success, are you guys hopeful for the upcoming BioShock series? Cheers. Well, I didn't even know there was one.
I don't know. Is there going to be a TV series?
I don't know, but it could be an interesting one. I have not actually finished any of the BioShock games. I played a load of the first one when it came out. I've got all of them on my PC. Well, I haven't got them on my PC, but I own them on Steam. And I've got all the jazzy versions that got remastered on Steam. because they were free upgrades or whatever. I picked up
Right.
a Humble Bundle, and it was like, usual, like £8 for about 12 games or whatever. And there was all the Bioshocks were in there, among other things. And so I've got it all, but I was just like, do I want to go back and play them now? I don't know. How long does it take? I just remember it being quite hard, the first one.
So I've never played any Bioshock
Maybe
game.
not.
No, it's just not. Don't know. Just not appeal to me. It's a story-based first-person shooter that, from what I saw, was quite slow. There was some interesting things that you could do, like use different abilities and chop and change.
Yeah, I don't think I really got very far with all of those. And you had to go and harvest young girls and stuff. Bit weird, wasn't it? What were they called? What were it was the little girls.
But you were the big brother, or
were you?
Or there was a big
No,
brother. I don't know.
There was big daddies, and that
Yes,
they looked after the little
big daddy? I don't
girls.
know.
You weren't a big. No, I don't know. Like I say, I didn't fucking finish it. There was a fucking. Is it Big Mummy? There was something stupid. That was an insane boss fight, I remember, and it was just really hard.
Oh right.
And I think that's about as far as I got in Bioshock 1.
Right.
But yeah, so yeah, it's cool looking, cool aesthetic. The story sounded interesting, but yeah, I never finished the game. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be good TV, because Fallout TV is good, and I never fucking get very far with any of those games either. So maybe
if somebody could, somebody just sort of presents it to you in front of you without
with no effort
to do anything. Yeah.
Or no frustration at dying multiple times. The main character in the TV show tends not to die endlessly.
Unless they do it in that way, and
that would be shit.
The main character does like die multiple times, and it just rewinds time.
Well,
you're back here again.
There was those Vita chambers or something, wasn't it? You used to respawn in a chamber if you died in Bioshock. Yeah. I don't really know. There was some fucking lore reason behind it all, probably, but I don't really remember. It's a long time since I played that game. What was that, like 2010? Something stupid? Probably before then.
Yeah.
That's like a different lifetime. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does. It looks cool, and the story is interesting. It's got potential, for sure, for being a good TV series, I'd say.
Yeah. I've just looked, and yeah, apparently Netflix have been saying a film or a TV series. So there's
no
like that.
No concrete news about when they might actually.
No.
Are they actually filming, or?
This was going back, to sort of middle of 2023. So there's nothing concrete been said about it, but like just sort of promises of.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'll probably watch it if it turns up. I don't think I've watched a Fallout this week. Not because I'm not enjoying it, just haven't made time for it. I haven't done any ironing this week. Thing is, I've got to watch it with the full sound system on, so I'll have to wait because no one else is watching it. So I can't watch it at like 1 o'clock in the morning because it's like, that's too loud.
This is what's going on?
Yeah. The world is fucking ending, literally.
No, I'm not sure if I said I've finished that last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's done and dusted. So yeah, talking to my dad who's watching it at the moment. He's watching a couple of episodes. Well, an episode a night. He's near the end. Started watching it last week, and yeah, he's loving it.
Yeah, I think I know a guy at work. He sort of occasionally plays games, but he's not a gamer.
No.
But he's like, yeah, I've been watching that Fallout TV show. And it's a bit like the Last of Us TV show. That's like loads of people watching that are not into games at all. Yeah. Same with Fallout.
Yeah.
Like people who are watching Fallout have never fucking heard of it as a video game, so because it's actually decent. So not like Halo. No one's watching fucking Halo that hasn't played Halo.
No. I don't know why. Just Halo didn't. Don't know. Just nothing appealed to anybody that didn't sort of play games or really.
I just think it was a bit rubbish. The TV show.
Was that okay?
Yeah, I believe. But I haven't watched it, so that would be a bit rude to say it was rubbish because I haven't actually watched it. Again, the gist is it ain't good. So yeah, I mean, safe. I guess I'm intrigued to see what it is, but we'll see when it comes, if it ever happens. Right. So that is the questions done. We only had the one. Thank you, Mint Safe. We will move on to what we've been doing. So, Dave, what have you been doing? This is not video games.
This is not video games. So wow, there is a video game about this. Dune Part 2. I watched it.
Did you go cinema?
No,
Okay.
at home. But fucking hell, it's a long film. Honestly, it's
Have
like
you watched the first one recently to like get back in
the
ready?
first one I watched in the cinema, and
Right.
that was an extremely long film. I think it was longer. But this one we watched at home because I knew how long it was and how ridiculous. I still had to watch it in 3 sittings.
3?
3.
Wow. I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah. It's about 2 hours 45
Yeah, that is a
in
long
total.
time, isn't it?
And it's like, we're getting on now. If you don't start watching a film at like 6 o'clock, it's like,
Yeah.
it's time for bed by the time
You're
the
not
missus
off in
wants
the
to
middle of
go.
it. Like, it's a bit boring. Not a great advert.
Good. Yeah. So 3 sittings. First first 2 was an hour, and then finish it off. It's good, and when part 3 comes out,
What?
you've got a solid
Part
day of
3?
just there'll be a part 3.
I thought there was just 2.
I think there's 3, isn't
Oh
there?
my god. Might as well wait for this.
Unless,
I keep seeing it
yeah.
advertised on the. You can pay 20 quid to watch it at home, and I'm like, 20 quid? I think so. You can rent it, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, part 3.
I'm not paying 20 quid to own it.
No.
I'll get round to it. But is it still at the cinema?
Yeah.
It must be still on at the cinema as well.
I think it is. It came very early to
It's
Amazon
like
Prime.
it's already available to purchase at home. What? That's a bit quick. But I feel like I should probably watch it at the cinema. Oh no, tell you what is at the cinema that I fancy going to watch is the original Aliens having a 45th anniversary run.
Oh,
And I was like,
Aliens.
Yeah, no, Alien, the original.
Alien. Okay, right. So the first film.
So like that was fully creepy. So I don't know. I don't know if it's been. I guess it's been.
Yeah,
digitally
Alien
restored.
was the horror film.
Yeah. So I'll be intrigued to go and see that at the cinema.
Yeah,
I'm
not sure how.
Probably the last
time
I watched it on a tiny TV.
I don't know how much has been digitally remastered or CGI'd or not, but some of it I remember seeing it a couple of years. Was it last year? The year before? And some of it did look very
old.
70s, 70s, 80s. Yeah, it was obvious where the toy cars were used. Or,
that's like Aliens when the whatever it's fucking called, the little truck thing crashes through a load of stuff. I was like, that is blatantly a shit model.
Right, okay. Was that Aliens? Was it? And yeah, I remember seeing that. I did watch them about the same time, but yeah, that was not very good graphics at all.
Yeah.
Graphics, not very good. Motion effects?
I don't know what they call that. Practical effects, I guess.
Practical effects.
Yeah, Chill Robot says the first Alien is probably his favourite movie of all time. Fucking love it. Yeah, so it's been a lot. I don't know if I think it probably scarred me for life when I watched it because I was probably a bit too young. All I remember is the scene with John Hurt on the table with the alien bursting out of his chest.
Oh.
And I bet that looks a bit shit now.
Funnily enough, I saw Baseballs before I saw Alien.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a bit weird. The alien bursting out his chest and doing a little song and dance across the thing. I was like, well, that's very odd. Not knowing that had any reference to anything else. And then I watched Alien. I was like, I get it now.
Now it makes sense. Now it's a funnier joke.
Thing is, I watched Spaceballs when I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10 or something. and loved it, but like obviously didn't get like 99% of the jokes in it. But yeah, that's another film I want to watch soon
What,
again. Actually,
Spaceballs?
Spaceballs.
Oh, I don't remember it being that great, honestly.
Don't ya?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel
It's
like
is
it's
very
going to
good.
have aged very well at all. We'll see. You could take that
Pizza
one.
the Hut. Come
You
on.
can take it, mate. You can watch it again and tell us how bad it is.
Yeah, no, yeah, I might do that. I might pick that mantle up.
Yeah, I won't be. It says now, and then to some random like 1 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep, I'll be probably like, "Oh, Spaceballs is on."
Yeah. Yeah. Funnily enough, they actually had the they were allowed to use some real footage or unused footage from Star Wars.
Are they?
Yeah, yeah. They got the nod from, I can't remember what it was.
George Lucas, I assume,
George
because he
Lucas.
owned it all back then, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. The only thing they weren't allowed to do was make merchandise of it,
Right. Did they make
and
any
that's why
merchandise for Spaceballs?
no, they weren't allowed to.
Right.
That
As I
was
say,
part of the agreement
what
with George Lucas, is they make no merchandise at all
what
from it. And
would
that's
you have
why
thought they were ever going to do that?
no, but that's why there's a big scene in the middle of it, like
Right.
of selling the
Right.
merchandise that doesn't exist, and that was kind of like an in joke
I
about they weren't
see.
allowed to make
I
merchandise.
see. See, now I'm going to
Yeah.
have to watch it now.
Yeah, it's got what's the name? The president from Independence Day.
I want to say Murray, but it's not, is it? See?
No,
No. Bill something?
Bill. Oh
It's
mate.
obviously not Bill Murray. Bill something, I can't remember what his name is. Anyway,
Oh my, I can't. Why am I so bad with names today?
I'm always bad with
I've been
names.
having a nap. That's why.
Anyway, Brian, what's your name again?
Bill Pullman. That's it.
Bill Pullman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a name that you could forget. Right, so we waffled on about Alien. We actually talking about Gene 2. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
was it a
I
recommend
watched
in
it at
the end?
home. It's a long film. It's like, if you're gonna watch it, like schedule in like breaks and I don't know, having a life between some parts of it as well.
Watch it like the Fallout TV show, like one a week, one a night, 1 hour a night.
It's good though. It's good.
Hmm.
It's got some great effects on it.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're better than Spaceballs.
I don't know. They don't have a Pizza the Hut.
No.
No. But yeah, no, it's very good. And the missus liked it as well, so that's good.
Cool.
Cute.
Good stuff. Well,
What have you been up to now? Come on.
I went to a quiz last night.
Did you win?
No, we were half a
Ugh.
point off winning. So quite
What?
annoying. Yeah, half a point. Gutted.
How can you? Was
Because
it on a like a two-part
it was
question
like
of a
one of the music round. You get half a point for there was like the artist and
artist and a
the song.
name? Yeah.
So you had to get you got half a point for each. And our neighbours who won by half a point, they got. We played our Joker on that round, so we got 9. We got an even number. We got 19 out of 20, effectively, and they got like 9.5 out of 10 on that round. But they'd got like 10 out of 10 on their Joker round earlier. So yeah, gutted. But there we go.
What did you not win?
50 odd quid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it just you and the missus, or the
No,
kids?
my daughter was there. She
Right.
cheated. Didn't tell us at the time that she cheated. She answered, but she answered 2 questions. I don't know if she cheated on all of them. She answered the 3 questions. One of them 2 of them I overruled her on, and they were correct. One of them I let through, and it was wrong. No. 3 of them I overruled, and one of them was actually I was right and she was wrong.
Right.
And then, but I think she might have cheated on the 2, so I don't feel too bad about overruling her. So there we go.
But she couldn't say, "Look, I'm cheating. I know the
Yeah,
answer."
exactly. So yeah, I'm a bit dubious of her in future. Maybe we'll just be me and my wife in future, and we'll just take our chances.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I strongly suspect that most people or teams that win have assistance outside of their brains to answer some of these things, because I've been in quizzes before where there's been like 5 rounds, 60 questions in total, or 60 points up for answer, and there's teams that have been getting like 59 or 60.
yeah,
I'd be like,
I
it's
don't
like,
think our quizzes ain't like that. They're not like nearly every single answer right, because it was out of 6 rounds. One of them's double, so 70, I guess, isn't it? We got actually no,
yeah,
I can't remember how it worked. So we got we had 70 odd points. So I don't know if I can remember how it was. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, half a point. Gutted. That was the boot over at Salisbury. Good quiz. I like the quiz.
as long as you got a
music
good
rounds are
quiz
always good.
master, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it's always entertaining, and they do like the music rounds. But yeah, we put down one we got wrong was we put it was Otis Redding, and we put Little Richard because I was like, this is old. I don't really know. It's a complete guess. And it was but both us and our neighbours put Little Richard, and it was actually Otis Redding. But they thought it was one of the two, whereas I didn't have a fucking Scooby. So there we go. But yeah, second in the quiz, no money. We can't go next month because we're away. We're going to Sands Parks in the end of May.
Awesome.
So I'll be skint that
Which
month,
one?
obviously. We're going to Elvedon.
Yep.
Yes. It didn't sound that much, but then I was like, actually, that's a lot of money. And like, my son and I are booked to do the laser clay shooting again.
Yeah.
140 quid for the two of us for about an hour. It's just fucking mental. I get it's an expensive kit, but if you halve the price, you probably get twice as many people. It's like
yeah. Laser, like
yeah, it's still good.
I can understand if it wasn't laser.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Because it's insurance and everything, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. The thing is, your centre parks, everything's going to be ridiculously expensive, isn't it? I think renting a bike's about 30 quid a day.
Yeah, it's like my wife was like, "Should we buy 2 bikes?" I was like, "No, it's right, I'll walk." After booking two things, it's like, no, that's like fucking 18 bikes for the week that we've just paid.
Here's a tip.
Take your own bike.
Just have an accident before you're going, have your leg in a cast, and just like get a wheelchair. You get a wheelchair for
You
free.
don't actually have to go through with having the accident part, probably. You could just put your leg in a cast, a fake one.
No, but the missus will know. You can't get you'll get no sympathy from the missus if you actually don't have an accident.
Yeah. I ain't doing that. Can't imagine that's going to go well. Like, you're doing your clay pigeon shooting in a wheelchair. Might get a bit easier, actually. A bit of support from the armrest.
Yeah.
But yeah, those guns are pretty heavy, even though they're not real. So that'll be a crack.
Good. Yeah. Are you doing badminton or anything?
Oh, I'm sure that will happen. All of that stuff will probably get done. But on top, we play a pool for an hour or here and there and all that stuff. Pay an absolute fortune for that.
Yeah, I remember going fishing, and you can rent and get the gear for like, I don't know. I think it's a day.
You pay extra to say actually like the fish have become easier to fish.
Oh, honestly, you just stick your finger in the.
You just give you a net, do they? You just like scoop them out.
Pretty much, honestly, because they're so used to people feeding them constantly. Because everybody wants to go around the lake and feed the fishes bread, and well, they feed the swans, don't they, and the ducks. But the fishes go for it, and yeah, the fishes are just like waiting at the edge, like, come on, feed me.
They don't even go down to the bottom; they just like sitting there on the surface.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's at least when I was there at Elvedon Forest. That's what it's like.
I don't do fishing.
Yeah. Well, it was, I don't know.
It's too smelly fishing,
Fishy.
and there's too many fish
Yeah, too many
involved.
fish.
The only time I went fishing, we caught an eel, and that was like something out of Alien. So yeah, they're strong motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's what I
No,
was
I've
saying about eels.
never caught an eel. I don't think I don't know what
We
I'd do
didn't
if I
catch
caught
the
an
eel
eel.
either. At the end, it just chomped through the line and disappeared.
I did it really.
Plopped back in the water. Yeah, it wrapped itself around the fucking line. It's just like clunk. It's like, well, that knew what it was doing, didn't it? It was like out of the water and everything. Weird looking things they are. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right, Dave, you got some more bits?
I've got a few bits. I'll go through both mine. Because it's going to be very quick. We finished watching CSI
Normal
Las Vegas.
CSI. Oh, Vegas.
Normal CSI.
No,
Las
not
Vegas.
Vegas. Oh, yeah,
That's the
Vegas
normal
is the
one.
normal one. Yes, that's right.
Yep. Season 11, which was really good actually. Morpheus?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne. We couldn't remember the character's name, so we
Is
just
that
called him
Morpheus?
Morpheus.
Lawrence
Morpheus.
Fishburne's definitely in thingy.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Yeah,
CSI.
yeah. And he was sort of being goaded on by a serial killer. And sorry, I'm just reading Fraser's
Yeah,
messages.
just ignore it. He's just having a conversation in the chat right now.
And yeah, so he and the serial killer are battling wits, so to speak.
Classic CSI, it sounds like.
It was really good actually. It was a really good sort of like the story throughout the whole season, sort of came to a conclusion, and they did it really well. Obviously, Lawrence Fishburne, amazing actor, played it brilliantly. And then we watched the first like 20 minutes of season 12, and it was bloody Ted Danson has taken over.
So
And it's like,
Fishburne was in between, was he? I can't remember which way the order it was.
yeah, so so Morpheus
You
left
haven't
after that.
watched? Is it New Orleans? Is that one of
I
them?
haven't watched any
It's
of the
got
others.
Scott Bakula in it. Remember who Scott Bakula is?
Yeah, it
From
was
Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap guy.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's doing
and
this like
Enterprise.
the worst accent in it. I was just like, I can't take this seriously at all.
What? He was in CSI.
He was in it's the New Orleans one. I'm sure it's CSI.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's called.
Okay.
I think it's New Orleans. Because in one of them, is it in Miami? There's a guy from New Orleans in Miami one, I think. And then they did one in New Orleans, and it's Scott Bakula's doing this horrendous accent in it. And I just can't take it seriously at all. But I haven't watched CSI in donkey's years. So, yeah, we used to be into the first one with the first guy. We had this conversation a few weeks back, I think. But yeah.
I am. So I want to. This is all on Netflix. So I am tempted to watch what's on Netflix and then see what other CSIs are, because I know there are lots of intermingling, and there's a New York, there's a Miami. I didn't know there was a New Orleans. But like,
yeah, that's
I don't
relatively
know when,
recent. The New Orleans one.
So I don't know when. I don't know when they
what the
intermingle.
timeline is. I think they do like crossovers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's so like the CSI verse.
Right. Yeah. But it's ever so funny. Every time after an episode, or after a couple of episodes that we watch, me and the missus, we sleep on it, and then the next morning we're like, that wouldn't work. That doesn't make sense. And we basically pull apart the episodes that we've just watched and go, how did they make a leap of like judgment from like just because there was a spot of blood there, they don't know whose it is, but that means there was a murder there. It's like, No, it just means there's a bit of blood there.
Yeah,
So just,
someone might have just
like,
cut their finger.
yeah.
Might have stabbed themselves on a safety pin while they were like fixing their trousers, for example.
But it's just like the leaps of like, yeah, it's like, oh, this, and then they're recreating
Imagine they
the thing that
CSI something and it's like literally turned out someone just pricked their finger on a fucking safety pin. It'd be like, well, that was a bit lame, wasn't it?
Yeah, it just shook their hand because it bloody hurt and it splattered everywhere. And they're like,
Like they
we're
licked
looking
their
for it.
finger and put their DNA all over it. Obviously, obviously the DNA's in the blood anyway. But I don't
But
know.
yeah, no, it was yeah, there is some like just the whole point of CSI is that they don't have a judgment about it. They're just presenting
Yeah, I think that's why I
the
stopped watching it because it got a bit too like.
yeah. They're supposed to present the evidence to detectives who was supposed to make these leaps in judgment and formulate ideas about what the CSI people are not supposed to do like any literally just look
That's
at all
like
these things.
all these like Silent Witness does the same, isn't it? Like they're like forensic like pathologists or whatever, and then they're running around fucking visiting people. I'm like, this is not fucking what happens.
No.
Yeah, bollocks. All TV's bollocks. There we go.
Yeah, I know that it's a dramatical recreation of and of fantasy, but it's like, oh come on, yeah, they wouldn't be charging into um
Yeah.
crime scenes with their guns drawn
The
and
thing is,
stuff.
everyone in
It's just
America's got a gun anyway, so they all
it's
think
true.
that.
Yeah. So, but it is entertaining. It's well done. So yeah. No.
Just have
But
to take that leap of disbelief.
I think we also like the fact that me and Mrs. like the next day like actually have like we've slept on it and we can just pull it apart and it's like bad jokes. Like the reason bad jokes work is because everyone's in agreement that they're fucking shit jokes. Um, that's why they work. I think that's what with the CSI as well. It's like it's not reality, but it's nice to pick it apart with somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, Baron in the chat is saying about he always prefers Grissom in the original. I was like, yeah, he was the daddy. He was the main man. That was when it was good. Before it started getting silly.
Yeah. I think Grissom's still like he's married to one of the characters.
Really?
The
It's probably his
black
only
hair lady.
work these days, I guess, as the actor.
Apparently his is supposed to be in like Peru or something, looking at I don't know something. So he was on a video call the other day, and there is lots of mention of Grissom, sort of callbacks to him. But no, I haven't actually watched. So
had a killer theme tune anyway, the original. So they've still got the same theme tune.
I don't know.
It's the Who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who? Yeah. That used to drive my dog mad, but
yeah, she's all right now.
She's heard it now. Yeah.
She's calmed down now.
Shit now.
No, they're watching that shit TV show. I'll just fuck off in the other room.
There's that, and then the last thing I've been doing this week really is preparing my puppy for whelping, for baby puppies. So
how long have you got left?
7th of May is when they're due.
Oh shit, that comes around quick, doesn't
it? So it's like about 10 or 11 days away. Yeah, I know. 65 days from
conception
to pups, roughly. Different dogs, different sizes.
Not a specific science. Well, it kind of is, but it's not.
It depends, isn't it? So that's when they're due. So this week I've sorted out her bed and basically everything around it, really. And yeah.
So does she look preggers then now?
She looks preggers. Yeah, she's got a waddle on. She used to be absolutely ball mad. So like throw a ball and she'll go absolutely crazy for it. Now like she still runs for it, but it's not.
It's just like I'm just fucked now, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, she runs. She kind of runs and gets it. It's like, oh, okay, right, and then sort of wanders back to us.
Does she eat more and all that sort of stuff? Eat more.
So she's got to eat a bit more, but less and more often.
Right.
So she can't really, because she is quite big. She's got a big belly now.
Yeah.
And we can feel the pups underneath her belly, when they're awake and active. So yeah, it's quite interesting, really interesting.
Mm.
It's quite scary as well, actually.
Yeah, that's
but yeah,
it's weird, isn't it? It's like, I mean, all the animals do this, go through this. Well, not all animals, but
Mm.
But it's like, as a human, you understand, like you know what's going on and all that sort of shit. But as a dog, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
yeah. So yeah, no, it's I think she'll be okay. Like, some dogs, most dogs, most animals, their instincts kick in and
Well,
do
it's
all that.
pure instinct, really, isn't it? It's just
Yeah.
like, there's no, you can't teach them.
No. Sit the dog down, right? This is
Yeah,
what's going to
this
happen.
is mummy pit
Yeah.
dog and this is daddy dog.
When a mummy dog and a daddy dog love each other very
They have a
much.
special cuddle.
They have
It's not really a
puppies.
cuddle though in a dog's fur.
But yeah, it's So I think I and the missus and the little one, we're kind of apprehensive on the dog's behalf. I've been told I am in charge of all of it, so like I'm sleeping on the couch when she's having them, assisting. If she wants me around, Lilo,
Mm.
that is. Not all dogs want help, some do, because it is her first, and like she does like to be around us a lot, so we think that she might not mind us being around. So yeah, we're sorting out towels and like yeah, all the sort of extra nutrient food for Lilo after she has them to help her produce milk and stuff, and then yeah, so yeah, very 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 weird. Um, so I hope it all goes well.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
yeah, but yeah, the missus thinks it's going to be this week that she has them. Well, I say this week from now. I don't think she will. I think she'll have them closer to the 7th. And the missus swears blind she's going to have 6. Whereas I think she's only going to have 3 or 4.
Did you not
I think
get that detail?
we did. Yeah, we got a scan and everything. When we say so, when we had the scan, it was 4, maybe 5, but the maybe 5 could be a twin, and because dogs have basically doubles in a sack.
Right.
So because Lilo is a twin herself, Vic's like, oh, she's gonna have twins, so that 5th is gonna be 2. So she's adamant it's gonna be 6. So when I say 4, maybe 3, you don't count the pups until a couple of weeks after, because there's always a weak one. So you've got to be really hot on making sure they're feeding and everything like that. So we'll see how many we end up with, but yeah, it's I've sort of already been sort of saying to the girls like they might not all make
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
without sort of putting it too bluntly, like please don't be too invested.
Yeah.
Like it's very hard to say that, but at the same time, it's like there might be some very sad times. So yeah.
Yes, well, I hope it all goes well. Hopefully you don't have to deal with any of that. And
Yeah,
they're all
yeah.
healthy.
See, the thing is, like, I've known people that have lost all of them. They've had 7 pups and they've lost all of them.
Yikes.
So it's these things happen. You can try your best and do what you can. So yeah, we
Well,
will see.
hopefully, like I say, you don't have to deal with any of that. And it's all good.
Mm.
Right. Well,
What's your last thing on your list?
the last thing on the list is I mentioned last week I'd been looking into building a website. Well, we now have a website with a domain
Ooh.
and everything. Don't sound surprised. You've already been there. It is sealpodcast.com because it was the same price as every other well, it wasn't. Some of them are well expensive. .blogs are like fucking 30 quid a year. I was like, why would you want .blog when you can have .com for like a third of the price? I don't know.
That doesn't make sense.
No. Some of the weird ones are way expensive. But anyway, so we have sealpodcast.com. There is a little bit of content on there. There is a homepage, landing page with links to all the podcast stuff. And then I have started writing up a blog for the FPL. It was just like I had to do it this morning before I went to work because this is the longest FPL week in history, and I wanted to get it done, but it's like, oh, I can't fucking do it till like Friday because there was a game Thursday night. So that's what I plan to do with that part of the website, and then as seasons go by, we'll archive the leagues. So we've got a record of embarrassingly last place positions and stuff like that, Dave. or victorious champions, not me, because I didn't save last year's league, so bollocks. I haven't got a picture of when I actually won it.
Is there no way of getting that back?
No. You can look at your standings in the main league going back in time, but you can't. Well, I haven't found a way to get an archive of our league from last year. It hasn't.
So weird.
Like they refreshed the codes for the leagues. Because when I obviously I have a home when I open my browser, it goes straight to our league as one of the home pages. And when it changed seasons, it was a completely wrong league. I was like, well, this isn't our league. What the fuck is this? So it was like they redo the numbers again every season, it seems. So that's, I guess they imagine if they'd kept it all this time. It's been going for so many years. Like how much data they'd have to keep. I guess it's probably not that much. But every single private league. So
yeah,
that would be insane amounts of data that they have to keep.
I don't know how. When does our YouTube go back to? Could you
episode 100? I think was when we started doing this.
Yeah, you'd have to
I'm not fucking trawling. No, because I don't think we would do. I didn't know if I had the visuals and all that stuff. I can't remember when I started doing all of this. And anyway, I keep fucking it up. So yeah, sealpodcast.com is a thing. Is there? We have an FPL page that'll get updated regularly. There's a link to Fraser's Mixcloud as well at the moment on one of the pages.
Is the FPL? Is there a link to our league?
The actual league? No, I was toying whether or not to put that on there because I just didn't know what was going to happen. And I know, obviously, I get all the stats, and we were getting randoms viewing it from all over, and then when I posted the blogs for FPL today, the views went fucking mental. I was like, what the hell? So obviously FPL it's like because it's all through WordPress. It's like my blog was tagged with FPL, so it got a load of fucking views apparently. Not silly numbers like hundreds and hundreds and all that sort of shit, but compared to what we had before, it was like fucking hell. For that 1 hour today after I posted the blog, it was like fucking loads of views. So, yeah, relatively loads of views, like I say. We're not talking bbc.co.uk here. So, yeah, there will be stuff getting added to it over time as I learn more and more. I wasn't super happy with the way the FPL page turned out because I was like, one of the titles was being a dick and wouldn't stretch across the screen like all the other things were. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why is this not as wide as all the others? That was just annoying. But... So there'll be adjustments maybe over time, but get on there, have a look, give us some feedback, and if there's anything that anyone thinks might be a good idea to put on there that we have, give us a shout. But
there's even a got something to say on the main page, isn't there?
Yes, and Donkey McGiantwangle filled the form in early on, Dave. Maybe you could shed some light on that. I don't
know. So I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, maybe a bit earlier than that, and you said about it, and I was like, I'll just check, and I saw that was on there, and I was like, right, I'm just gonna fill it in, just cause I had nothing better to do, just to see if it works and see if you say anything. Yeah. I was quite proud of that name, Donkey McGiantwangle.
It was good.
And yeah, you got it. So I knew.
Yeah, it works. I was like, good, because it was a bit like, obviously I've registered for the website with my own personal details,
right?
And so to get it to send it to the podcast email account, I had to do some stuff, and it worked. I was like, yeah, cool, that worked. Awesome. I didn't fuck it up.
So that actually goes to the.
So it goes to sealpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. Ah.
Yeah. So nice. Things are working. it's a way to send us a message if you can't, I don't know, for whatever reason you can't be asked to write an email. Or
I
whatever.
think it's an awesome way of getting in contact if you. Yeah, it's just so easy. Just you don't even need to remember the email address to send
You
it to.
don't have to have a real email address, apparently. Or a real name, obviously. But yes, we
so if you
will
want
get
to send
whatever
us some
messages.
spam or or
Not
just
too much
abuse
spam.
us anonymously.
Yeah. We'll just try and work out who it is, but judging by what we get sent, I guess. Unless you actually do want to put your real name in.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's working so far, and yeah, we'll be adding to stuff as time goes by, like I say, and we'll maybe come up with some ideas. I had some. What was that? There was something I was thinking of doing with it. Like putting up the game of the years and things like that we've had over there, because I can actually access that detail. I could do something with that. And putting those up as we go by, and like giving us a bit of an archive of what we've done over the years.
Yeah.
So the most common content that will be getting uploaded will be the FPL summaries and stuff to start with.
Well,
for sure.
and the podcast as well is a way of it. You've got a link to.
Well, it's just I've just got links to the YouTube, the Twitch, the Spotify page, the fucking Amazon Music page, Apple Podcasts, all of that. Various links on there to all of our stuff.
Amazon Podcasts. Acast.
Yeah, that's the actual where we're.
That's the actual
feed. The feed
Spotify.
Now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all of our shit is there. If you however, whatever.
Oh, that was a lovely self-promotion segment just there.
Yeah, gotta be done.
You've done a good job there, mate. Actually, I know
this is my first website, so baby's first website.
Yeah, you've had it in your head that you wanted to do it, and you smashed it. To be honest, that was awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm learning WordPress apparently at the same time as doing stuff. So that's.
I've had a look at it a few times, and I've not got very far with it. So the fact that you've knocked something up,
it's easier than writing HTML, I would say, for sure.
Yeah.
But it still has its quirks, I would say, unless you want to pay more money.
It's the templates, there's lots of templates out there, and some templates are easy and some are not so, and there's lots of places trying to sell you templates to make it easier for you, but it's not easier. It's just different templates for you to use. So yeah.
So it has a lot of features. Like I said, the ease of getting into touch with us and stuff like that it's made it very easy to do all of that stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you said something about SpeakPipe. You said you wanted to do a SpeakPipe.
Did I? I don't remember saying that.
Then I remember you said about it. I think it was a fleeting thing.
Yeah, I just like there's SpeakPipe is a thing, obviously, that some people do, but I don't know. Maybe we could look into that. I don't think it's free anyway, so I could just put a link to that on there, maybe, so we could set that up probably. But it's just getting it to play on the podcast. I don't know, without playing it from your phone, and that just basically being shit. So yeah. It requires investigating. I'm still learning websites at the moment.
Look,
we've just had a message from Walton Goggins on there, which has obviously been used. I wonder who that was, Baron. Nice website, thank you. Oh yeah,
cool.
It works.
Very good. Happy with that.
So that's it.
Is that it?
Everything that we've been doing. We should probably talk for about 10 minutes about video games.
Yeah.
So,
insert game.
You've just got I'll just get AI to generate this bit in future. You've only got 2 on your list, is that correct?
I do only have 2 on my list.
I've got some brief mentions.
I got 3.
Right. Well, I will just mention that I'm still playing Gran Turismo 7, and I'm on my way to getting 1 million credits still from the time trials, so I'm happy with that.
Oh, okay. What, the top 5%? Is it?
Top 5 is gold, so that's 2 million. Top 10% is silver, I think. Oh, actually, I don't fucking. I just can't remember details. these days. It's too much to throw in my head.
You just drive around
I
the
just
track
know gold is 2
until it
million,
says well done,
silver's 1 million, and bronze is 250,000. So yeah, I got my reward for last week. They've just added some new cars. Obviously, you have to pay for them with your in-game credits. I have got fuck all credits at the moment because I keep buying cars.
Oh, right. But do you have to pay for upgrades on them as well?
Yeah,
Or is it?
yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, mate.
So I'm down to like a couple of 100,000 credits. Oh, I got down to a couple of 100,000 credits before I got my reward. But then there's like a used car dealer in the game where
Right.
like you can buy cars which aren't available to just buy from the showroom, like brand new. And so some older cars, like there was a Ferrari Testarossa the other day. I was like, well, I'm fucking buying that, aren't I? And it was like 400,000 credits.
So why even ask? Just take the money and put the car in the garage.
Exactly. Have I got the money? Yes. Okay, I'm buying that. There's this other place.
Have you raced it? Have you used it?
I haven't actually driven the Testarossa. Right. So I was a bit like, I was about to buy it. I was like, hang on a minute, I think I've got a Testarossa. And then I remembered that was in Forza. Because it wouldn't be the first time that I've bought two of the same car. But it tells you if you've bought the specific car. But there's some cars that are really similar, but are just like a different year. Right. And it's like, do I really want that car?
Slightly different version or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so it helps you complete your little cafe menus and stuff like that, and unlock more menus by getting more cars.
Is there like a garage mode where you can do a walk around the car and open the doors?
Forza.
And that's Forza, is it? Okay, yeah. Right.
I haven't seen anything like that. You get like some guy will like text chat you about each car if you click on it and get more detail, learn more. It'll just be like a blurb about the car from loads of people. And then
if you Clarkson little video,
no, there's no video. It's all text. Right. So you'll be like, when you buy a new car as well, and then you go to the cafe, sometimes there's like a new person who wants to tell you about the car that you've just bought. It's all like, if you're into cars, it's a cool game as well. Right. If you like collecting cars, it's certainly collecting more cars than you ever will in real life, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's like the brand central is the showroom where you can buy the brand new cars, and they've got concept cars that you can buy in there, and then like super rare cars will appear in the other place. I can't remember what it's called, Legend Cars or something it's called, and that's where there's like super rare cars. Like there was like the McLaren MP4 Formula 1 car, like Ayrton Senna's car.
Yeah.
And it was like 10 million credits. I'm like, I am never getting enough credits to buy one of these cars. There was one in there at the minute, I think it was fucking 30 million credits, because it was like, yeah, it's cool and everything, but 30 million? But there are some of the really good, like, are they world endurance cars? I don't know. They're not like the prototypes that look like weird cars. They don't look like real cars. They're like, you know what the Mazda 787 is? It's like a race car, but it's
right.
like just like a sort of swoop of a car, and yeah, the massive wide cars, huge tires, really loud cars. I think they're like they're GT1s or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, right, yeah.
Like sports cars, I guess is what they're called. But yeah, but that's fucking like 2.5 million credits, and it's one of the best cars because it's got really good fuel efficiency apparently. So you can do, like, instead of having to make pit stops halfway through a race, because you got like 10 times fuel consumption on some of the races, you can actually just get to the end like without having to take a fuel stop, because like it takes like 4 or 5 seconds to change your tires, and then if you have to fill up with fuel, you're sitting there like, and all you can see is your position on the left. Just like you go in first place, and you change the tires, and you're in third place, and then it's like starting to fill the car up, and it's going really fucking slowly filling the car up, and you're like, oh, I just can see like places just disappearing down the list. I'm like, ugh. So yeah, that's annoying, but that's part of the game, I guess. But I bought the Super Formula 23 car. I was only supposed to talk about this briefly, and here I am waffling on as per usual. Super Formula 23.
All these idiots talking
Yeah.
about cars and loving
Yeah.
the cars and stuff. Anyway, half hour in.
Super Formula is a Japanese open wheel racing class.
Yes.
It's like the top tier Japanese open wheel racing.
Yeah, it's like a Formula 2
So it's-
or Formula 4.
I don't know. Yeah, they don't go Formula One speeds, but they're
No.
this is without. There's no Formula One in Gran Turismo, as in modern Formula
No.
One. But what you can do is you go to the custom shop and you search for liveries, and someone has done all of the Formula One cars on this Super Formula car. So they've put all the liveries for like Red Bulls. I've got McLaren. I've got Lando Norris's McLaren skin on my Super Formula, so it looks like the McLaren
Right.
from 23.
Right.
And there's like they say, there's the Red Bulls, there's the fucking Mercedes. Everything has all been done by someone very clever in the livery editor. So you can get all sorts of cool skins for your car. And sometimes it'll add parts to your car, and sometimes you have to pay for the skins. I don't know if it's I don't know. It's fucking weird. More fucking money going out. It's like this game. Good job this game doesn't allow you to buy credits in the game. Oh, no, yes, it does. So you can buy
really?
actual credits, like with actual cash. And it's not a very good way of gaining credits, as far as I'm concerned. It's fucking way too expensive. I think £8 gets you like 750,000 credits. I was like, well, that'll be gone in a second, in the blink of an eye. So, yeah, I ain't fucking too happy with those microtransactions because they're not very micro. If you want, you can spend an absolute fortune to get all of the stuff you wanted.
God, yeah.
So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Even though it is quite tempting when you've got absolutely shit all money. Chill Robot saying he's doing the weekly challenges in PSVR 2 and it's super fun. I imagine it is extremely good. Like I know every racing game I've ever played in VR is amazing. Yeah, and the open wheel stuff especially. Yeah, because like the sense of speed you're getting in VR is completely different when you're compared to playing it on a flat screen monitor.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. And PSVR 2 is actually very good, apparently, despite the fact it's been a bit of a disaster sales-wise. But there you go.
Wow. Yeah, Apple's pulling back on that.
Yes. Don't tell Fraser that one of his predictions is going to come true. That was a bit of an open goal, that one, to be honest.
Yeah. Again,
a thing that costs $3,500 is going to sell shit. Really?
In a cost of living crisis.
And it makes you look like a complete bellend while you're wearing it. Yeah. Well, I can't imagine why that's not selling. Well, there you go. Yeah, I ain't seen any videos of people driving their Cybertrucks with their Apple Vision Pro headsets on anymore for a long time. Not since they came out. Anyway, back in the real world of Gran Turismo. Yeah, trying to win the races though in the formula. I won one. There's like you have a group of 3 races. I bought the car basically. A, I wanted it because it's cool, and B, there was a group of 3 races that I had to win to complete like one of the cafe menus that you unlock an extra later version. Only I've won one of the races. For fucking the other 2 are so hard. I can't get anywhere near winning. So I'm like, I'm crying a bit at the moment about being shit at Gran Turismo. But at the same time, enjoying the time. I've spent loads of time playing it recently. So that is my most played game.
Is that on the main TV, is it?
I've got it on, like, behind me is my little TV with my little TV. It's 42-inch little TV. But not a little TV like I used to have. Like, if it's by modern standards, it's little. Yeah, so that's continues to be a lot of fun playing that, but also extremely hard. Could put it down to easy, I guess, but that would make you feel a bit. You don't lose any money for putting it down to easy, but it's no fun if the cars you're just whizzing past everything. I definitely have done that though. Not made it easy, but like when there's no restriction on class, I'm just like, well, I'll just drive the really fucking fast car then when everyone else is driving their VW camper bus and I'm just driving like a fucking Testarossa. See ya. When I just want to smash out the race very quickly. But yeah, that's the weekly challenges I'm doing.
Awesome.
it like in the way. If there's no restriction, I'm just like, I'll just knock this one out, get it done, because I can do them in about half an hour and get like a few thousand credits that way. But Gran Turismo, the game that keeps giving. I did buy
Gran
that
Turismo
game.
7
Yes,
on PS5.
that is
Is it only on
correct.
PS5? Is it
It's on
PS4? I'm
PS4.
guessing.
It is on
Is it
PS4.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It did do both. I don't know if there's a cheap upgrade if you get the PS4 version. Or it might even be free upgrade. I can't remember. But yeah, that might not work anymore. So that's my first game.
Very good.
What
You doing another one, or do you want me to talk about?
Well, this will literally be a very quick one. I've been playing Last of Us 2. I'm still playing that. That's my game, that main story game that I'm trying to, my main big story game that I'm trying to get
Right.
done. But that
Yeah.
feels like that's a really fucking long game. I just feel like I played loads of it, and like I just feel like I've really hardly done anything.
Right.
So I've now switched back to Abby, who's the other largely playable character in this game. Another girl that you play as. It's fair to say
It's
she and
another game
Ellie,
I haven't played.
they don't really get on. So you're seeing things from two sides, basically.
Right.
But I won't say much more than that. But yeah,
Spoiler for a 6-year-old game.
Yeah, but I know I ain't played it yet. So I'm sure there's plenty of other people who ain't played it. But yeah, it's decent. And yeah, because you start with Abby as a child, you have to start unlocking all the skills again.
Right.
So she's shit at firing guns and they're wobbling all over the place. So as soon as you find the parts to improve the weapon sway, that's the first upgrade every time. Because that is super annoying. So yeah, other than that, I ain't got too much to say about it. It's going. Things are happening as they do in this game.
Yeah.
So that's that. So I know what two left, and one of them's really probably very very short as well. Should you see the other one? Botany Manor. Everyone says it's shit. I went back and 100%ed it.
Did you? Very good.
Well, I was watching Arsenal. I was watching the Arsenal game with my son, and I was like, I was looking at the achievements because I do the challenges on the app, and I was like, actually, so they're all secret achievements, but on the app you can just press reveal and it tells you what they are. And on this game, they're not very cryptic at all. It just basically tells you what you need to do. I was like, oh, I can just do this while I'm watching the football.
Do this
so I was just like,
or...
one of them was sit on a bench for a minute. So I was like, well, that's the first one I did. I was like, I'm watching the football, go and sit on a bench and watch the football. And it was like, oh, that minute must have been well done. And I was like, yeah, I've got that achievement, cool. And then just went and sat there. I was like, oh, I can just...
That's the kind of game this is like do nothing for a minute. That's the achievement. Like, fucking hell.
So yeah, I've maxed the achievements on Botany Manor while I was watching the football, because they were like, the most annoying one was having to put a plant on every saucer in one of the rooms, and you had to grow like about 14 plants. I was like, oh fuck. So that took a little bit of a while, but I just did the easy ones quick. I just smashed loads of the same one in there. But yeah, so Botany Manor, one of the few games I've actually 100%ed ever.
Very good.
And I think one of the only other ones I've done, I definitely just put mods on to just give me all of the achievements. That was like surviving Mars or something. So yeah,
one of the mods being unlock all the achievements.
It basically was like literally just unlock every single achievement as it, every couple of seconds, which is, I don't know what he was doing, but it worked. That was when you could get loads of reward points for all your achievements that you got in a month or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. Now I have a proper game to talk about afterwards.
All right. Do you want me to talk about mine?
Yeah, you better add.
So, I bought a couple of games this week. But one of the ones I want to talk about is a game called Oxygen Not Included.
This is not a new game, is it?
This is not a new game. I don't know why I haven't picked this up before. This is such a game that is designed for me. It's basically a colony sim, and you're controlling. It sounds quite similar to RimWorld. You're controlling what they call dupes, And the premise is that you're on an asteroid or on like a part of a planet, and you've got to create a colony for them, somewhere to live, somewhere to sleep, somewhere to eat, somewhere to shit, somewhere to clean themselves, find water, refine materials, cook food, wrangle critters to either eat them themselves or have them lay eggs to eat them, or use them in a different way. You've got to set up your power. You've got to either like upgrade through a research tech tree. There's loads of automation, so you can set up like auto power so that power's always topped up, and things are delivered through what's it called? Sort of pathways that you create that delivers objects from one place to another. I don't know why I haven't picked this up. This is such
But
a
when did
game
it come out?
I think it's like 2019. I think it was.
Oh,
I know
2017
there's
it says on YouTube.
2017. Is it?
Wow.
It's quite an old game.
7 years old. That's it. That is old.
Yeah. But I don't know why. I think I saw somebody playing. I was like, oh, that's quite interesting. And
Is
I
it on sale or
think
something?
there was a sale. It's on sale for the bundle, which is the game and the DLC. And
So
I
you got
picked
like
that
the
up.
Game of the Year edition, basically, like with everything.
Pretty much. But yeah, I just sort of, I don't know. I've got no idea why I didn't pick this up before, and I've got no idea why I picked this up now. I saw it on a video. I think, oh, that looks quite good, and I literally watched a few more videos and bought it, and then I haven't been able to put it down since.
Nice.
It's
So you
such a
say
game
it's
that's
like
designed for me.
RimWorld, but it's like RimWorld is all top down. This is all like sort of
This is side on. Yeah, exactly. So
it's Terraria. Think Terraria, I guess.
yeah, maybe a bit like that. There's a lot more sort of building,
Yeah.
and you're not actually you're not controlling one of the characters in yourself. You're giving them commands to do in a set order of priorities. So build or dig or create, and there's like all different types of water. There's polluted water. There's water that's got food poisoning, bacteria in it, and you've got various things to set up to create that can either sterilize it or take the polluted water out, and it's that for the water, and there's different gases, and it's all about management of heat and separating your liquids and doing all that. I've put about 5 hours in it so far, and I bought it like yesterday, the day before, I can't remember. But yeah, really, really interested, and there's a lot to it. I think I looked at this before it came out in like early beta, or what's it called? It's not beta now, was it?
Early access.
Early access, and I kind of like, oh yeah, maybe I'll pick that up when it's further on, and it's been released for what 6-7 years
I
now.
guess. Just a lot further on.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm loving it. It's still very active. I've had a quick look on Reddit. It's like still loads of people playing it. What was it? SteamDB. There's like a couple of thousand people playing it in the week.
This is an overwhelmingly positive job, is it, on Steam?
Yes, it is. Let's have a look at the Steam page.
Is this only
yeah,
on,
so
is it on other things as well?
The release date of this is 30th of July 2019. So I think it was an early access for years, and it got 1.0 release. Yeah, overwhelming positive. Over 100,000 people reviewed it.
Pretty popular though.
So yeah, it is very popular. And yeah, it's oxygen not included. It's if you like what we would call a Dave game. I literally started playing it in about a half hour and was like, yeah, this is what you call a Dave game.
Yes.
If you like this, it's a solid pick up and play and learn and watch YouTube tutorials on creating automated oxygen production and
Oh God.
self-cleaning water pools and
Oh God.
like yeah, like what's it? Steam bath. What was it? Basically a metal production that flash boils metal, and then like the currents like move it to a different area and then it solidifies and yeah. There was
Oh my
somebody that
God.
was
Is there
there was
like
some.
the idea of the finishing this game? Is this one of those just endless
I
games?
don't think there is a finish in the. I think it's a explore and
A
plane to
sandbox.
yeah, it's kind of like that, you know. There's some channels that have done like tens of thousands of cycles, and a cycle is like 10 minutes of in-game play or in-game time. So like world time, not real time. But yeah, like you can set up all these, and it's basically automated itself, the whole colony. That they don't have to do anything, and they've just let their computer run in. And there's been just like a
But do you have to
time
get
lapse.
people together and like raise families and all that sort of nonsense? Or
So the whole point of this is the dupes, the duplicates.
right,
The people that you're commanding aren't real people. They are like a shell
clones.
of a person that has various attributes. And every couple of in-game cycles, you get an option to create a new one, but they're not real people. And so they can come in, or if you don't choose a person, you can choose like food to be imported or something. I think what I've learned is that you're playing like a sentient AI that's trying to repopulate like an area, because your world has died, and you do this by creating fake people, but then you can create spaceships and go off to different chunks or asteroids and stuff like that. So it's like it is an exploration, but it's you versus the world, and there is no finish. Yeah, and you're like, even when you restart, you've you don't you kind of you keep a lot of the stuff. There's like blueprints and unlocks that you can do in various worlds that kind of carry through. So you are constantly sort of given the like to say, if it fails, just start again. And you do carry some stuff through, and the knowledge of what you've done and
Yeah.
what went wrong and everything like that. So I don't think there is any what you traditionally call as finish. It's not. There's no story. The story is the game that you've created and the story about where you've got to in that. So yeah, it's brilliant. It's one of my games.
Yeah, cool.
Love it.
Yeah. Probably won't play.
And I don't blame you if you don't, because you know it's not for everyone.
I'm
But
learning how to website. I'm not going to learn how to do this nonsense a lot as well. Won't be able to cope.
So that's it. That's how I'm going to talk about that one on that
Okie
one.
dokie. Well, I'm sure we'll hear more about that going forward.
Yes. What do you got?
Well, I've only got one more game for me.
Ooh.
A game which is on Game Pass. I don't know how long it's been.
Game
A
Pass.
few
Game
weeks.
Pass. All right.
And that game is Super Hot Mind Control Delete. So,
I've played this. I can't play it.
really?
It fucks my head too much.
What?
Honestly, like I think I have a mental breakdown.
What is it? The aesthetics
The
or the
the
movement?
mixed reality.
So people know what Super Hot is, probably, don't they? But yeah, it's like abstract worlds where it. Ooh, why is this on here? It's annoying. So your enemies are like red polygon humanoids with no features, and this is a disaster. What's going on with this video? Right, I'm going to spin that off. Anyway, so yeah, and the worlds you're in are largely white and grey, and any interactable objects are like black, basically, which include weapons and objects that are lying around the environment, like folders, box folders, shurikens, kettles, knives stuck in walls, fire extinguishers,
Bottles?
baseball bats, bottles, all sorts of stuff that you can pick up and lob at people, or not people, like the humanoids, your effective enemies. And while the thing is, the sort of the thing of this game is like things only move when you move. So while you are, well, to be fair, you don't ever nothing stops.
No.
Just moves extremely slowly until you start moving, and everything speeds up when you as you move. So you're like you can sort of dodge bullets as they get shot at you if you haven't walked into the wrong place, because like a shotgun spread is a bit of a nightmare if you're too close to it. But you can there'll be like a machine gun that will fire 3-round burst, 4-round burst, whatever, and you can dodge between the bullets if you don't move too fast and that sort of stuff. Where time is slowed so that you can stuff. But what happens once you've sort of, I can't remember the original Super Hot. That was definitely a story to that game. I mean, there is kind of a story to this game, but it's a bit weird. Like you play a scenario, like there's like a little map to start with, and you go into it, and you go into to start with, there's literally one thing to do on the map. So it's like a little white box or whatever. So you click on the white, press X or A if you want to get Xbox controller on the white box. You go into the world, and it's an instance of like basically a puzzle that you've got to get through by shooting the baddies or punching them in the face or whatever you need to do to get through. And I don't know what. It doesn't tell you anything before we go in about how many you need to kill, but like they just keep on coming, and once you've killed a certain amount of people, they all explode, and you zoom back out to the map, and you've unlocked either another scenario. Excuse me. Well, actually, yeah, there's a lot going on. I need to try and remember, because there is a map bit, and then you go into an instance, and then it's like there's weird computer hacking shit going on. There's this sort of weird story, and you play through several scenarios. But there's like a box of sort of hexadecimal text, and then there'll be like a word in it, and it'll go scan across the lines, and then when it gets to the word in red, that'll be the instance that you go into. And once you've done 4 or 5 of them, you sort of finish a whole instance, and you go back out to the map. And in between, there'll be like a bit where you can choose a mind hack. So as the game progresses, you unlock more freakish abilities, like when partway through, you unlock the ability to like sort of teleport to one of the enemies. You press square, and you like do a charge. It's called charge, and you just like zoom straight into them, and you punch them in the face, or whatever. And then you can continue to punch them because the time's effectively frozen while you did this charge. And then where you unlock more abilities, like the more people you kill, the quicker the charge builds back up and stuff like that. If you pick up guns, you have a shot, and it takes time for it to reload. And the crosshair spins, so when it goes back to like oriented correctly, it goes click, and that's like your gun's reloaded. So obviously, like if you move really slow, it turns really slow. Yeah. So time, you can slow time, but you can't make your gun reload quicker by slowing time and all that sort of shit. But there might be a mind hack that like gets guns to load quicker. Yeah, there's a lot going on, and I'm really enjoying it because I really the best one of these is the one in VR. still think that was just incredible in VR because you could just stand there like not moving, and obviously nothing like in the VR version. Literally, if you don't move, nothing happens. And then, like when you go to reach for a weapon, it's like you sort of slowly reach into the weapon, trying to dodge the bullet as it's literally whizzing past your head in VR. That is insane. That is intense. Super hot VR. But this is cool. Mind control delete. It's I can't, like I say, I can't really compare. I don't think I've actually played the original Super Hot, so I definitely remember playing the VR one and going, "Yeah, this is mental." But yeah, there is some weird story going on in Mind Control Delete. It's all about hacking your mind, and you getting all these cool new abilities, which there's loads of guns. There's a new like laser cannon or something. But the best thing is the katana. It's cool. You pick up the katana, you just slice people in half, and then just chuck it at someone and stab them in the head with it, and then pick up a shuriken and fucking lob that at someone. It's just so cool when you.
I remember like shooting people and then their guns like fly off because they're
Yeah, you have to
dying, and
catch
then
them.
you pick them out of the air and then shoot.
Yeah,
Some,
and like I say, that sort of shit in VR is just wicked. When
Right.
you see the gun flying away, you just like grab it with your right hand. It's just like
Right.
yeah. VR game is amazing. One of the best VR games there is. But yeah, so there's weird stuff that happens. Like I say, the enemies are largely red humanoid things, but sometimes they're like a white humanoid with a red leg, so you can only hit the leg to hurt them. And or their arm or their torso or some part of them will be red. The rest of it, you can just keep punching them in the chest or whatever. If it's white, it doesn't do anything.
Right.
So you have to aim for the red bits. And yeah, so I don't know. I've done it's just a bit weird. At the same time, like I say, the story, what there is of it so far is just like there's a bit you go through, do a load of these things, and then there'll be a bit where you walk around, kill a load of dudes, and you walk around the corner, and there's a guy on a computer, and you like basically you have to kill him, and then you get to that bit again, and there's a dead body on the floor where you killed the first guy, and then you have to kill, but the guy's still on the computer again, and then you kill him again, and it does. That's when it sort of moves on to like a new floor sort of thing or something. So really cool. It's like Super Hot is always cool. That's what I like, unless it makes you ill or something. Apparently. But yeah, I really liking this game. Really cool. And Game Pass, love it. It's free, effectively. So you should be checking it out. Unless you want it makes you ill. Dave.
Yep. Only when I'm drunk. That's on Game Pass at the moment.
It's on everything, but it's on Game Pass, PC, and Xbox specifically.
Nice. Cool. I've got 2 games to talk about. One game I literally just added a little while ago. I've been playing some more Dragon's Dogma 2. This was pre-Oxygen Not Included.
That's gone off the ball, then, has it? Since you got that?
No, it's still installed. It's still there. I really want to progress in it. I'm up to like level 20 or something. I've put like 20 hours in. I love the game. Still loving it. It's a bit weird in that. Why is it weird? So it wants you to walk everywhere.
Yeah.
There are some like quick travel places between some main places, but there's a lot more. It's not even exploration, but I think a lot of the story, a lot of the gameplay, is not only the story. It's the travel. Also, the travel is the and the things that happens along the way, because you can walk the same path between 2 towns 3 times, and something different happens on that path differently every single time. A different major enemy appears. Your pawn has gone off and gone exploring with somebody else and comes back in between. You've gone to there, and then he knows about something, or he or she, they know something, and say, "Oh, I'd done this, but we went over here and found this." Do you want to do this? And you're like, well, yeah, okay, because it's something new. So it is really clever. At the same point, it does slow the whole story about the game down. And there's pros and cons about that, and it is fun. So like, I have thought, oh, I wish I could just skip this, and then I've done it, and then I've done the same journey again because I've been doing a quest that's needed me to go, and yeah, it's like, oh, why can't I just skip this?
Yeah.
And then I've done it, and it's been really actually fun doing it, the journey again, because something's different's happened. So it's annoying, it's clever. I do want to progress. I just want to sort of get things done now. I'm nearly to a point where I'm changing my vocation. So I'm a fighter at the moment. I'm going to change into a warrior. My pawn's a thief. I'm going to change him into a mage. So there is,
They can get
there's
knocked down, can't they? They don't really die.
Yeah. No,
They don't die.
the pawns are not real people. Again, they're flesh-shaped humanoids
Right.
with a character that you can just make up. So yeah, if they are downed, dead, you can just revive them back at a rift stone. Yeah, but if you die, you're dead, and you can either use a heal stone or just reload at the last save, and it does save fairly often. So I did get into a loop probably at the weekend where there was a major enemy that was on a path, and I couldn't get past him, and I kept on respawning. So, oh, fuck it, I'll go the other way. The other way, there was another major enemy that I died to again. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, reloaded, went back the other way. I was like, at least I might be able to get past this one, and he was gone. So I think it does know when players get into a loop that they can't get out of. So that was quite interesting to go through. So yeah,
I need to. Like I say, I can't start playing this properly until I've finished Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And whether I do go to
that.
this, still, I bought Cyberpunk ages ago and I ain't started it. Got too many games on the go. Too many games on me to get going.
Honestly, this is just so many games at the moment. It's like,
and it's not like any of them are really shit.
No.
Like they don't work and stuff like that. Like they used to get games that just didn't fucking work that you just knew you didn't have to worry about. It's like all of the games work now. So
yeah, and they're good and fun. So that's Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm still really enjoying it, and I really want to go back to it and continue playing because.
Didn't have started playing another game, Dave.
I put this game on. It's a phone game. Fallout Shelter.
Well, it's Fallout everything at the minute. I've installed 2 Fallout games.
Ooh.
I haven't started either of those yet.
What have you installed?
I've installed Fallout 4.
Okay.
But apparently, because I heard it was getting an update, I was like, oh, I won't start playing that until the update. But apparently the update's fucked on the PC. So I'm like, eh.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
The PS Plus version of Fallout 4 hasn't got the update. You only get the update so far if you've bought Fallout 4 on PlayStation.
Really? Oh, that's...
I don't know how it works on Game Pass, Xbox Series X. I think that might actually be working. I assume so because they own that platform, so they probably fucking sorted that version out. Well, you'd hope so anyway, but I don't know specifically. But yeah, I don't own Fallout 4 anywhere. I've only got it through Game Pass or PS Plus, and the PS Plus version hasn't had the update, so I'm not fucking installing that. And I'm not starting the PC version of Fallout 4 if it's fucked. So, because apparently it was a bit of a janky mess anyway on the PC, the old version, and now it's still fucked, even though it's had an update. I haven't really looked into what exactly is wrong with it at the moment, but I'm not going to be starting that. And then I've installed Fallout 76 because that has just gone fucking ape shit.
Yeah,
in terms
I've heard
of people
lots of
playing
things like that. That's like most amount of people playing that ever.
Yeah. And
the other day.
actually, because you can play like, it's this like open world MMO Fallout, so you can have you meet other people. I definitely played a bit of it, and I was like, it's not really a lot. And that was in
Right.
my like pre-Fallout. I'm not really into it. But then I watched some videos of people, like loads of people just walking around together in a massive crew, like stomping all these bad guys. I was like, that could be a lot of fun, actually.
Oh,
If there's a
okay.
group of you like together just fucking around with in Fallout. So I've installed it, but I ain't started it. And you can now leave the vault at level 20 rather than like level 1. So you can just get boosted. I don't think you have to pay for it either. I think it's just a choice that you can make whether you want to
Okay.
grind up to level 20 in the open world yourself, or as an experience, or whether you just go, fuck it, I want to be level 20 now. I want some cool shit. And you can just start at level 20. So I haven't got round to playing it yet, but I'm intrigued to have a look at it again. But yeah, that's not what you've been playing, Dave.
No, I've been playing the shit game.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not very good.
Apparently it
It's
had a reboot in 2023. You haven't actually said what it is yet, I don't think.
Fallout Shelter.
But you're playing this on the phone.
I'm playing this on the Android device. Yes. Yeah. It's rubbish. It's something to do while on the toilet.
Oh, is that why you've stopped
Uh,
playing coffee golf?
I, I missed a few days. I went back to it, playing it, and then I just fell off. I don't know why. Like I noticed the other day that I didn't have him playing it and haven't been posting. I'm like, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I don't know.
Your absence has been noted. Not by anyone specifically, just me.
No. Yeah, no, it's yeah, I don't know why I've stopped because it literally just takes a few minutes of my
Yeah.
life. Yeah, so I don't know. I used to, I've done it every day for like months and months and months.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
that's
just
just
my
what it's
brain,
like.
though, isn't it? That's my brain, and then
But anyway,
fucking
that's not what's on the screen and not what we're supposed to be talking about.
no. We're watching Fallout Shelter, which is not a very good game. It's just Fallout themed. Press a button every couple of minutes.
Vault
It wants your time and it wants you to click the adverts to
or
give you
pay money for
or
some
pay
sort of
money.
coins, I guess. Nuka
Yeah.
coins? What are they called? Bottle caps?
Caps. But you don't actually pay for caps. You pay for loot boxes, which could
Right.
contain caps.
Oh, that sounds dodgy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's some epic characters that you can pay for as well, which have got unique stats on them.
You send people off into the wasteland
You do,
on
yeah.
jobs, and they come back maybe
I
with
think
cool
the
stuff
update
to.
that you're saying about in 2023 was there's a specific quest lines that you can send them on now as well. But yeah,
But basically, you're building a vault.
you're building a vault. You're adding different types of rooms, and they give you like
It's
power or
like
food or water.
the XCOM
And
base bit,
yeah,
but
just shitter.
and with more microtransactions.
And with more microtransactions. If you want something to do on the toilet for a couple of minutes, and it's free, pick it up. But it's not very good.
It's not getting a big thumbs up here.
It's
That's for
not
sure.
getting a big. It's not getting a Fallout.
No.
No. No.
Oh,
That's
I've got
it.
my little
That's.
bobblehead on my desk, by the way, now. My little man.
Oh, have you?
I don't know if you can see him on my screen.
Is he?
My little guy.
It's awesome.
I had it ages,
Yeah.
but now he's
Yeah.
relevant. Outside of video games.
Yeah. I know popular culture. Yeah, no, that's it. That's all I've been doing.
Cool. Well, we won't be talking about Fallout Shelter again, maybe. Unless someone else starts playing it. But I doubt
We'll
it.
see. I doubt it.
But yeah, so I don't know. Watch this space, I guess, for Fallout stuff. I do want to get back in and give them a bit of a bash, but yeah, I've got to finish a few games first, before I start potentially wasting hundreds of hours in one of those games.
Not wasting.
Well, there's all wasting, isn't it? Really.
You
What
could
is
be
it?
learning like to play the piano or something.
I need a piano. We've got a keyboard, so I could do that, but it's not quite the same. And I don't think I want to learn the piano really.
Nope.
So, it would be cool. It would be cool to be able to play the piano, or at least read music would be good.
Well, these games aren't going to play themselves, are they?
These are they aren't not well. Only some of them.
Yeah.
What are they called? The auto battlers. I'm not playing them because they play themselves. So, I think that's everything then, Dave.
That's it.
I'm sure there was another game that I was going to put on my list, but I just couldn't remember what it was, so it can't have been very good.
I'm sure you remember 5 minutes after this.
Yeah, more likely. So anyway, that'll be that for video games and all the other nonsense that we talk about. So I guess that's the show done, apart from your bit.
Well, do you want to do a shout out for...
I can do the shout outs for the chat. So we've had Mint Safe, Quaxall, Chill Robots, Mad Muffin, which I believe is a relative of Fraser's, Harrison. Fraser was in briefly, and Baron von Glauer.
Yep.
That's it, I think.
Thank
you all for joining.
Was there one more? I thought that was... Oh no, you said Quaxo, didn't you? Yeah. Sorry.
Not that drunk.
Not yet.
There's still time.
Cool. I will do my bit. You ready?
Yes.
Go. Okay. Thank you for listening to the Seal Podcast. If you'd like to ask us questions and get involved, please contact us either via email at Seal Podcast. To join us on our Discord server, a link is pinned on, sealpodcast.com.
It's not on .com, no. Discord is not on .com. It's on all the other stuff.
Not?
I haven't put the Discord on there. Like I say, yeah, sort of loads of randoms. I'm like, if they're interested enough to listen to the show or whatever, watch the videos, then they can get the link there.
Okay. So a link to our Discord is, where is it? YouTube?
Pinned on X. YouTube. Twitch. It was on Podbean. It is still on Podbean, I believe. And there is a link in the Acast podcast description.
There you go. So go to the website, click on one of the links to something else to do with us, and there'll be a link to the Discord.
Give us some clicks.
Give us some clicks. And we upload to Twitch and YouTube for our video content as well.
You find all the links at sealpodcast.com.
Oh, very nice.
Apart from Discord.
No, it's that's it. That's the show.
Yes. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We will hopefully. No, I was just like, what do we do now? Yeah, I guess I should say goodbye. We'll hopefully see you next week, and maybe there'll be 3 of us. Maybe Dave will be looking after puppies. Who knows?
Maybe. Maybe there'll be a live puppy.
A live birthing. Hopefully less gruesome than the alien chest bursting.
It's bank holiday. Is it bank holiday next weekend?
It might be.
Next
Monday,
Friday.
week on Monday.
Yes.
I'll be working.
Weekend.
Not for me. A normal weekend for me, as in just Saturday.
You're not working on bank holiday Monday, are you?
Yeah. I might go in early though. I might go in a bit earlier than normal, but yeah, it's fine. Bit of extra money, bit of extra bubble.
Oh, do they give you?
And I keep a day's holiday for another day, so you know, whatever. I'm off at the end of May for that one.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, go to the website, sealpodcast.com, sealpodcast.com even, and we'll see you next time, hopefully next week.
Right. Thanks, everyone.
See you later.
Bye.